Invincible is one of the best superhero shows that are out right now. However, the main character, Mark, aka, is probably the worst superhero to ever hit fiction. Don't get me wrong, I still rock with Mark, because no, Mark is rocking with us.
You are freaking African Americans, plus Mark. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm rocking with Mark, because Mark is rocking with us.
Like, if I was ever to be in trouble, in need of a superhero to come save me, Mark Grayson is not going to be the one I want to come save me. I do not want to come save me. I'm Regman, and this is why is the worst superhero ever.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
One of the first things I want to start out with is the fact that this nigga Mark is constantly always losing a fucking fight. At least in like earlier seasons. I mean, Mark, he's getting better with it now, I guess. But in the first few seasons, this man was getting clapped left and right. There's actually no reason in bloody hell you should be losing to Doc Seismic of all people. Doc fucking Seismic. And yeah, in season 3, Doc Seismic did get like a teeny little bit of a power up. But either way, it's still fucking Doc Seismic that we're dealing with here. And I also feel like the reason he loses a lot of his fights is because he's very inexperienced. Like, I feel like Mark often doesn't realize the kind of threats he's dealing with until he gets into the situation with that character. Like, you can definitely tell that Mark mainly relies on his powers alone to get the job done. Mark doesn't realize that there are like people who like are more powerful than him and have like that combat experience. Just have more experience fighting in general. And the only time when Mark really decides to lock in is when someone either dies or someone is close to dying. Like in season 3, it literally took for Eve to die for like a split second just for Mark to simply lock the fuck in and put Bell to ass on Conquest. And in season 2, it literally took Angstrom almost, hurting Debbie, Mark to like get his shit together and lock in. And in season 3, when Conquest almost killed Eve and Mark decided to get his shit together and lock in, yeah, Mark did a little bit more damage, then he still ended up getting his shit rocked by fucking Conquest. Then when Eve came back, she's the one who basically did the most damage to Conquest. And then when Conquest said, "Oh, I'll make sure she's dead now," that's when Mark fucking headbutts him to death. And this also kind of leads into Mark just holding back a ton. Throughout the show, one of the main reoccurring themes is the fact that Mark tends to hold back a lot whenever he's fighting someone. And a perfect example of this is when Mark thinks that Angstrom is dead, but it turns out he's alive this whole time. Even better example is when in season 2, when Mark and Nolan are fighting the other Viltrumites. Nolan even says himself, "You're holding back, you're fighting like you're on Earth. These are Viltrumites. They will kill you. they will fucking kill you. They will kill you with ease too if you don't get your shit together." With the Viltrumite War being this season, which is season 4, I really hope that Mark realizes that he cannot hold back no more. And don't get me wrong, I get why he holds back a lot of the times, because he doesn't want to necessarily kill his enemies. Because Mark's fear is that he doesn't want to end up like his father, it's very understandable. But at the same time, Mark has to realize that Nolan grew up on a planet where it was all just this big ass dictatorship. Like, Viltrumites are literally taught to kill at such a young age. Mark doesn't even have to worry about that because he was raised on Earth. Mark always grew up with good morals, a good moral compass. Like in season 1 of Invincible, when that one guy was harassing Amber, Mark quite literally stood up to him without the powers and still got his ass beat, but he stood up to him because it was the right thing to do. Another thing that makes Mark such an unreliable hero is that he puts his personal life over like his superhero saving duties. Because yeah, I get wanting to have like your personal life, still be present in your life. In season 3, when the Invincible War was going on, Mark decided to stay with Eve in that damn hospital for like 2 whole days. Okay, and here's the gag. Eve is in a top secret facility. A well-guarded facility that nobody can get into. Like, it's so fucking ridiculous. Like, Eve can get like a fucking splinter. Then here goes Mark. "Oh, I can't go out and help the world. I gotta stay here with Eve. Oh my god." Every now and then, I want Nolan to just come back here and there and just slap the fire out of Mark. Nolan needs to come back every now and then and just slap the piss out of Mark's mouth. I think the reason why this is such a big topic in the Invincible fandom, because since Omni-Man left, Mark has become like the most powerful hero and the strongest hero on Earth. Like, it doesn't feel like that at all. Like, Mark does not feel like he's supposed to be the strongest hero at all. It's like almost every episode, Mark is just constantly losing aura points. He's constantly losing aura points left and right, and it's so funny. And I'm really glad that in this season, Mark is starting to realize that he can't just keep holding back, especially because the Viltrumite War is very much so upon us, and Thrag is going to be putting belt to ass. We can't keep having these Viltrumites come back over and over and over and over and over again. Which is another thing that seems to be like a common theme of this season, the fact that villains and shit just keep coming back and Mark isn't doing anything to like stop it permanently. I feel like Mark is starting to realize that the more that he lets these threats just live, of dealing with the threats permanently, the more people that are gonna end up dying because of it. It's also a good thing that this war is gonna take place in space, it's looking like, because Mark can no longer fight major threats around citizens. He can't. Because obviously, I mean, no duh that when it comes to superheroes, that there's gonna be destruction everywhere. But at least with like other heroes like Superman or like the Avengers, they at least make sure to save as many people as they can before the destruction comes about. If Invincible is ever fighting in your city, leave. Leave town, move town, switch houses, move states, do what you gotta do, because your house and you yourself might get fucked up. Even if it's not Mark's fault a lot of the times, it's like, still, you would think that he would at least try to save the people before they get, you know, fucked up in the battle. Mark is always leaving some type of collateral damage around. Also, I just realized, I just had this thought as well, jumping back to where I was talking about how Mark often holds back. Oliver wasn't even holding back that much. Oliver quite literally killed the fucking Mauler twins. Even fucking demolished them. Only if Mark could take some of that energy that Oliver did to the Mauler twins and just apply it to every villain he faces. At least every major villain that he comes across. I mean, we don't want Mark just killing, you know, casual bank robbers, you know. You would think after Mark fought his dad, he would learn that he needs to power up a little bit. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video on why Invincible is the worst superhero that you will want to save you. For this video to be a lot of it just me shitting on Mark, I actually like Mark's character. I love Mark Grayson, I love Invincible. I very much so do like Mark as a character. Just that, like, he doesn't make the brightest decisions. He has very, like, poor decision making. And I don't think he's actively trying to be the hero that he knows he can be, if that makes any sense. But yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It definitely helps me out a ton. And I will see y'all on the next one. Deuces!